Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jamie and today's video we're going to talk about some new makeup releases. I'm going to give my thoughts on them, whether I'm planning on buying them or passing over them altogether. As always, this video is inspired by Samantha March and her Will I Buy It series. So I'll have Samantha's Will I Buy It playlist linked in the description box down below. Samantha also created a community playlist where different creators can post these types of videos. So if you enjoy watching people's opinions on new makeup releases, or if you just want to find some new creators to follow, I'll have that playlist linked in the description box down below. I feel like there aren't as many releases this week, which I'm very happy with because I was kind of getting worn out, but let's jump in and talk about a few of them. So Natasha Denona is releasing a mini bronze and glow. She's released a few of her blush and glows, the minis, in the past, and I've always been interested in picking them up, but the colors didn't really suit me. But I think this one would be perfect for me. It's also only $19, and I think both the highlighter and the bronzer would work on my skin tone. I haven't bought anything from Natasha Denona in the past. She is an extremely pricey brand, and I really can't spend that much money on makeup. But for $19 to try out two of her different products, that's a great deal, especially since I think the color would suit me. I am planning on picking this up next time I'm in Sephora. I wish she came out with this in multiple different bronzer shades because while it may be able to work for me and my skin tone, someone that has a darker skin tone with me might not be able to get use out of this bronzer. So it'd be nice if she came out like a light to medium version and a medium to dark version. So I'm hoping she'll release another one in the future. Regardless, I'm super excited to try this and get my hands on one of my first luxury makeup products. It wouldn't be one of these videos if we didn't talk about Colourpop, and Colourpop is coming out with 12 new loose pigments that retail for $6 each. They're pretty warm colors. You have some pinks, a yellow, a few bronzes, some golds, and they all look fairly pretty. They should be available now on the Colourpop website, so I'll have that link down below, as well as links where you can find all the products and additional information to everything that I'm talking about. These do look pretty, and I think if I placed a Colourpop order, I'd throw in one of these pigments or the Kathleen Light Zodiac pigments. But I have a few pigments in my collection, and I don't really reach for them. I do think the Colourpop Kathleen Lights video was helpful because I realized how to work with pigments, but they're kind of a hassle and they're messy, and typically when I'm running out the door to get to work, I'm not going to fuss with a pigment. I realistically have to be able to get use out of the ones in my collection to justify buying an entire new bottle, but I think the colors are really pretty, and if you like pigments or you don't own any pigments, this collection looks like it has a great range of colors that would be wearable for almost everyone. And it's only $6, so I feel like if you're willing to buy a pigment, which might be something you don't reach for as much, $6 is a great price tag. Beauty Bakerie is extending the range of their flower setting powders. I've always been interested in Beauty Bakerie as a brand because their marketing is some of the best marketing in the world. I can't look at their release and not applaud their creativity and how on brand everything is. But I've heard from people that have a skin tone similar to mine, their existing flower powder is a little bit too dark. But they are coming out with 6 new shades. There's a shade Cacao, which is a brown, Almond, which is a caramel, Plantain, which is a tan, Cassava, a yellow, Oat, a translucent, and Rice, which is a white. I'm excited that they're coming out with a translucent because I could see myself using a translucent powder. I've heard such good things about the flower powder, but until this release, I wasn't able to buy one that would suit my skin tone. But I'm definitely eyeing this release. I don't remember how much the flower powder retails for offhand, but I know a lot of influencers do have codes with Beauty Bakerie, and they are also sold at Ulta, so you could use your points or redeem one of the coupons. I'm excited to try this, and Beauty Bakerie is on my 9 brands in 2019 list, so this may be the first product that I pick up from them. So just some makeup news. Ariana Grande is going to be coming out with her own makeup line, and I believe it's called Thank You Next. Mood says that this line might include perfumes, colognes, body lotions, bath and shower gels, body scrubs, body powders, body mists, and more. I love Ariana Grande. I was supposed to see her in concert and then plans fell through, and she's also really expensive to see in concert, but I am really excited to see what she brings. I would love to see what exists in her line, and I'm also interested in seeing what the price point is. But if other influencers review the products and they have generally good things to say, there's a good chance that I'm going to buy something from Thank You Next Beauty. Are you an Ariana Grande fan? Are you excited for this launch? Because it kind of caught my eye and I had to stop for a minute and I got really excited. So one of the newer releases comes from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and they're releasing a summer 2019 Shimmer body oil. It retails for $38 and you get 1.5 ounces of products, and it's supposed to smell like coconut and vanilla, which I believe was the same scent as their Dewy Set setting spray. According to the Trend Mood One Instagram account, it says that it's not sticky or tacky, it dries like a body oil and leaves the skin super glowy and sparkly. I saw Norvina apply this on her Instagram and immediately caught my eye, but realistically, I don't really use body glow products. I'm lucky if I remember to put on highlight from a day-to-day basis, but this wouldn't be a product that would really appeal to me. Do you like body glows? Are they something you use in your beauty routine? Because I have a giant Becca liquid highlighter and I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna put it on my legs and I'm gonna put it on my shoulder and I'm gonna be glowing, but I'm lucky if I remember to incorporate it in my makeup routine. So I'm gonna have to pass over this release, but once again, I'm excited to see Anastasia come out with new products and expand their product line. So Bite Beauty is coming out with a few new lip products. And I feel like when you think of Bite Beauty, you do think of their lip products because they're all made with food grade ingredients. I'm actually wearing one of the Bite lip pencils that was in the Sephora birthday gift last year on my lips with an Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss on top. So the new releases from Bite are an Agave and Daytime Lip Balm, which is $14. It's supposed to hydrate your lips for up to 8 hours with agave and monogonga oil. They're coming out with an Agave and Nighttime Lip Therapy, which is $22. It's a unique balm to oil texture, which melts into your lips with agave nectar and pomegranate extract. And they're also coming out with an Agave Weekly Lip Scrub for $20. Its unique 3-in-1 scrub cleanses, exfoliates, and conditions with agave nectar and fair trade organic golden sugar. And these will be available on Sephora on April 19th. I'm actually surprised that Bite Beauty doesn't have a lip scrub before this point because once again, when I think of Bite Beauty, I think of their lip products. I'm excited to see these added to Bite Beauty's line, and I know they're going to be all natural because once again, Bite Beauty does use food grade ingredients. I have a lip scrub that I got from Ulta, which came in like a container this big, so I'm nowhere near working my way through it. So I probably am going to pass over the lip scrub. But I think that the Nighttime Balm being a balm to oil is something super unique, and I would just be interested in testing that out. I don't really have many products from Bite besides the birthday gift, and they've always been a brand that intrigues me. And I do like to apply lip balm before I go to bed to make sure my lips are nice and conditioned to put lipstick on for the next morning. So this balm might be something that I try, and I think the prices are actually really fair. So another makeup news announcement is that L'Oreal is expanding the shade of their Pro Matte Foundation. If you watched any of my videos, you know that I have super dry skin, but I actually don't think this matte foundation is a problem for me. When I use it, yes, it's matte, but if I properly treat my skin beforehand, I find that it's not too drying and it lasts a really long time. The shades do run really pink, which I have a pink undertone, so for me that's not a problem, but if you have a golden or neutral undertone, you might have difficulty finding a shade that works for you. They're expanding their line, so they're now going to have a total of 22 shades. If you don't know the claims of the foundation, it has an air light texture with a demi-matte finish, a mattifying formula that has a high water content for maximum comfort, and it retails for $12.99. I really do like this foundation, and I think that if you weren't able to try a shade before and you think that this formula might work for you, it's a great release. And yeah, I think that it even works for people with dry skin, and I think it would work for people with oily skin too, because I have to heavily moisturize my face if I want to use this. So I think it would work really well in containing oils with people with more oily skin. So have we talked about how Wet n Wild is also coming out with a new collection every day? Because they're coming out with the Crystal Cavern collection. It includes eyeshadow trios, highlighter illuminatress, a perfume roller in clear quartz, amethyst, rose quartz, and jade, brightening rocks, a brighten powder made up of different light diffusing pearls, embroom pour, face mist, glosses, and more. I didn't even see this released like anywhere on the Wet n Wild pages, but this collection looks interesting. I mentioned before when Smashbox collaborated with the Hood Witch that I'm really not into crystals. I think they're beautiful, but I don't really use them for anything else, and I don't really have any around my house. But I know a lot of people are really into crystals and like super into their properties and all of that. So for me, I don't think this collection would be geared to me. I think if the products are nice, I would consider picking them up, especially a lip gloss or two. But the eyeshadow trios, they're nice, but I pretty much have all those colors in my collection. And everything else just doesn't really appeal to me. I just filmed a video about all the eyeshadow palettes in my collection so you can get a better idea of the color stories that I have. That should be up in a few weeks. I know I pre-filmed all of my videos and I'm not sure when I have that one scheduled to post, but it will be coming sometime in April. So although these trios are nice, I definitely have all these colors, but I think they're more creative than some of the other trios and quads that Wet n Wild has come out with in the past. I'd be interested in smelling the perfumes, but when it comes to perfumes, I don't tend to prefer a roller ball. I like one with a mist instead. But it doesn't have the prices, but we all know that Wet n Wild is super affordable. So I can manage that this collection would be something that most people would be able to get. So they finally revealed it, the Glamlite Burger Palette. We had the pizza, now we have the slice of pizza, and now we have the burger. And to be honest, I don't think this palette is very appealing. Packaging aside, because that packaging is so distracting, I'm not too keen on the whole color scheme. Maybe if I saw it as a palette outside of being a piece of cheese on the burger, I would have different opinions, but I thought the pizza palette was a lot more creative than this one. This palette would be available on April 24th, and it comes with inspired by the most popular and delicious burger toppings and sides, including 16 toppings. There's 3 electrifying neon shades, 2 dazzling diamond shades, 4 stunning shimmers, and 7 ultra pigmented mattes. The toppings include avocado, onion rings, ketchup, tomato, mustard, red onions, 1,000 island, lettuce, pickles, bacon, and a variety of cheeses, and this retails for $40. I think it's a fun collection, and it made me laugh when I realized they were releasing a burger collection, but there's really no place for this palette in my makeup collection. I think some of the colors are nice, and I like that they have the variety of greens, but I did think the color selection for the pizza palette was a little bit more appealing, but I'm not gonna buy a palette that's a burger. I really don't need that, but if it's something you're interested in, I heard the pizza palette got good reviews, but the packaging and all of that just is kind of turning me off. So when I first saw this collection, I thought NARS was releasing their billionth Orgasm collection, but this is actually new from Charlotte Tilbury. It's their Glowgasm collection. It's coming out with 2 different Glowgasm face palettes, one for light to medium skins, one for medium to dark skin tones, and Glowgasm light wands, which are supposed to be easy to apply highlighters. I do like the fact they came out with 2 different palettes for light and medium skin to medium to dark skin, because I find when it comes to face palettes, a lot of brands try to incorporate shades that work for everyone, but everyone can't use it. So when they put a shade for light, medium, tan, and deep skin, I might be able to only use 2 of those shades. But if they do one for light to medium, I could probably use a handful of those shades. The light wands look pretty, but I don't think any of those shades would work on my skin tone. And to be honest, Charlotte Tilbury, once again, is not in my price range. I do want to try some things from Charlotte Tilbury, but this is not going to be the first release that I try from her. The palette does look absolutely stunning, and I haven't seen swatches yet, so I'd be eager to see what they look like. And I'd be also interested to see how much this retails for. Back to Colourpop, they're doing a round 2 collaboration with Becky G. They came out with the Salvaje palette with her earlier in the year, but now they're coming out with 2 luxe lipsticks. They are $7 each or $14 for the pair, and there's Fille Faux, which is a red-orange terracotta in a cream finish, or LBD, Little Black Dress, which is a rich wine red, and it's also a cream finish. There's also 20% off this whole Salvaje collection. These colors look really pretty, especially that Fille Faux, which is like the red that I typically reach for. But when it comes to reds and bold lips, I like to use a liquid lipstick so it doesn't move around, because I'm that kind of person that gets lipstick on my teeth all the time. I also don't really know who Becky G is, so I don't feel that extra compulsion to buy from her collaboration. But if you're a Becky G fan, these lip colors look really pretty, and I've heard great things about the Colourpop Cream Luxe lipstick formula. Another makeup news announcement comes from Milk Cosmetics, and they're restocking their Smoke Sessions palette. They're going to be restocking it on April 20th at 3 o'clock Eastern Time or 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. The palette retails for $48, and I know it sold out immediately upon their first launch. I love the color scheme of this palette, but it wouldn't be something that I'd have in my collection. I love the blues and the greens and the golds and the browns, and I think it is to die for. But 1, I'm not staying up till 3 o'clock to buy a palette. And 2, I've heard some issues with this palette where people are literally having pans fall out of the palette. So if I'm spending $50-something on a palette, I want to make sure that all the shades stay intact. Also, if I had to stay up till 3 o'clock, I'd probably buy the palette the next morning. And knowing how quickly Melt sells out, there's a good chance that I would not be able to get my hands on this palette. So as beautiful as I think this is, and I really do think it's stunning, and some of the eye looks that Melt had posted on their Instagram page were to die for, if I was going to buy anything from Melt, it'd be one of their stacks. That shape-shifting stack that they came out that I talked about a few weeks ago still has my eye. Physicians Formula has come out with a butter box set, and this retails for $14.98 and includes a bronzer, blush, highlighter, eyeshadow duo, butter lip cream, and the butter perfume. For $15, this is a great price because the Physicians Formula butter bronzer itself retails for like $13, and you're getting all of these additional products. The box set is available in some Walmart stores, and I do have to say I'd be interested in trying it. The bronzer in the picture I have here looks a little bit deep for my skin tone, so I think if they came out with a lighter version, I'd probably pick it up because although I have the Physicians Formula butter bronzer, it couldn't hurt to have a backup because I really do like that bronzer. And if you watched my Project Pan series, you know that it broke, so the packaging is a bit of a hassle. I've also heard such great things about the butter perfume from what it was in previous box sets, and I'm kind of surprised Physicians Formula hasn't released this as an individual product. I'd like to see what the shade range is for this box set because I do have my eye on it and it might be something I'd consider buying. And the last release we have to talk about today comes from Kylie Cosmetics. And Kylie is releasing a new setting spray. It is already available on her website, so I'll have the link down below and also the price because I'm not sure exactly how much this retails for. I believe it's marketed as a mattifying setting spray and I'd like to see what it's like. I tend to have good luck with Kylie's products. I like the few lipsticks that I've tried, but I really haven't tried much more. Once again, Kylie products are being sold at Ulta. I know her eyeshadows were recently launched there, so it's only a matter of time before some of her other products get launched. My biggest issue with buying from Kylie is that it's like $40 for shipping, and I don't really want $40 worth of her products, especially when the lip kits that I'm interested in are available in store. But if you're interested in her setting spray or you're a big Kylie Jenner fan, this is a great release to add to her existing line. I'm always excited to see what Kylie comes out with next because I think she does have good quality products and her price range isn't the worst, except for that breast collection that she came out with. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video discussing new makeup releases. What releases caught your eye and which ones are you also just going to pass over? Please let me know in the comment box down below. If you like this video, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel to see new videos from me every week, and I hope to see you back then. Thanks for watching.